What's up, guys, and welcome back to Airport Sim. Today, it all comes together. We have accepted a challenge. We are officially on the clock. We have just under an hour to completely prepare an aircraft for takeoff. Now, this job would normally take a team of people. Your boy's going to be doing it himself, so we're going to be connecting the GPU. We're going to be refueling the plane, which we've never done before. Delivering meals for catering, which we've never done before. We're going to be connecting the jetway, loading the passengers, moving it back, loading the luggage from the interior of the airport, removing the cones, pushing back the plane, yada, yada, yada. So it's going to be pretty intense. Now, I think we're going to be at gate number 11. So we're just around this corner, pretty much straight ahead. Okay. And again, the first thing is we want to connect the GPU here. So do we have... Oh, shoot. I see the refueling trucks over there. That's going to be good to know. Do we have a GPU? There's a GPU right there, so we need a little tug. Let me just borrow this guy really quick. And again, we're on the clock here. A little bit nervous. I don't know what happens if we don't get it. I'm hoping to set some record time here, and we'll see how this goes. So we're going to whip this thing around, back her up. Let's get it connected to the GPU. Should be good there. All right, just letting it ride. Not a big deal. Here we go. So I think... based on where that plane is, I think we're going to be just around this corner. If we take a look at our map, yeah, just around this corner, gate number 11. Oh, we already had a GPU there too. That's all right, not a big deal. Real shame that everyone went on strike, but your boy's going to get his paycheck no matter what. I am not going to put food on the table tonight, so here we go. Let's take this around, and it looks like this might be our bird over here, huh? I bet this would be so peaceful in the morning when it's just you out here. There's a few people inside, but, you know, these early morning flights, probably not too many, not too much chaos going on, and the world's kind of waking up with you here. So we're going to pull our GPU around. Go ahead and park it. We could probably shut this thing off, and let's get this thing started up. So we're going to open this up. We want to switch this to the on position and start her up. Generator's fired up. Now we're going to open this thing up. We're going to wait for our fuel temp to get to the right spot, our oil temp. I think we wanted it about 80 or so, which it looks like we've hit. Now we're going to be able to take the plug this in. We are going to switch this to run, switch the DC output, and then we're going to want to talk to the flight crew, and we're going to want to let them know. Actually, just kidding. We don't want to let them know yet. They're not taking off yet. We're going to let them know to start the APU later on. So next up, we're going to run back to the fuel truck. I think we can kind of fast travel. I think you can click on the trucks. Yeah. We're going to go over to a fuel truck. So this is the giant fuel tanker. I did have to do a tutorial to kind of learn how to do it, so I have an idea of what we're going to be up to, but we'll see if it is as easy in the real world here, real world application. So use that blue jet over there as our point of reference, and we're going to be able to make our way around the terminal again, back to gate number 11. Should probably try to stay inside some of the lines and stuff. It was really interesting. I don't think we want to go that way. I think we want to go this way. Let's make sure we stop too. When I was doing the tutorial, it said that one of the #1 rules about fuel tankers like this is you keep the engine running in case of fire. Because if there's a fire, it's your responsibility to hop in and drive away so there's no damage to the airplane or to the terminal, which, I mean, it makes sense. But holy cow, can you imagine if there was a fire starting for your instinct? I don't think your instinct would ever be to go into it, but your duty is to run into the truck and drive it away, potentially, you know, hurting yourself, but I guess you're saving hundreds and thousands of other lives. So we're going to leave this bad boy running, and I'm sure you guys know the fuel in aircraft is mostly stored on the wings, and then there's also kind of like a third tank in the middle, and it's very heavily reliant on weight. So the first thing we're going to do is ground it. We're going to take this little cable here, and we are going to hook it up to the landing gear. Then we're going to open up our fuel panel, which should be somewhere in here. Yeah. All right. So the two different models of aircraft in this game refuel differently. This one, I think you have to kind of balance yourself. What do we want here? It wants us to put in 15,000 kilograms of fuel. So the way that you do it is you fill the wings first, and those have to be exactly even. And then you put the rest of it in the middle of the aircraft. So we're going to increase the fuel all the way on these. They currently have 1,500 in them, and we're going to see how much we can go to. Again, we're looking for 15,000 kilograms of fuel total. I'm gonna need a calculator here. Okay, so the total you could have in the wings is 3,900 kilos of fuel. So we're gonna go 15,000 minus 3,900 minus 3,900. So we're gonna wanna put 7,200 in this center tank. So we're just gonna sit here and wait for this to go up. Overshot it a little bit, so we're gonna back it back. 7,200, beautiful. Now, again, the wings always come first. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up and open this up. That means the fuel will start going into those tanks. And then we're gonna come back over to this guy, and it's this lever right here. If you drag this down, the fuel should start flowing. You could see on the panel, the number on top is what's currently in there. The number on bottom is our target. So these should get up to 3,900 pretty quickly. Then we can shut these off and then open up the middle one, and the middle one's gonna fill to 7,200, which is gonna take a little bit more time. It will auto shut off, so honestly, we probably could think about grabbing some of the other stuff. Next up is the catering truck. We could potentially go grab that. Do we know where a catering truck is? Yeah, let's fast travel over there. Here we go. I don't think leaving the fuel tanker at the plane running by itself is typically, you know, protocol for this line of work, but I don't think cutting across the tarmac is either. Your boy's in a rush. Your boy's alone. Your boy's got to get it done somewhere or another. Gonna be honest, I don't know what to do with this thing. I don't know what door we want to go up to. I have seen these at the front. Like, oh, that was a little bit too close there, Trev. Not gonna lie. I have seen these at the front left door before, but our GPU's in the way. I've also seen them at the rear, so I'm gonna assume we're gonna load at the rear, but I feel like I see them at the front door more. I just know that we can't disconnect the GPU, so we'll see how this goes. Connect the catering truck. So that's probably going to be like the stairs that we did before. Wait for the catering to finish unloading. Disconnect the vehicle. Move away. Okay. So I'm assuming we're going to... We've got the anchor points too. We're going to bring this up. Try to keep it centered. Try not to touch the airplane like that. Do we have a green blinking light? We don't. Oh, but we probably need to put the things down though. Let me put our anchors down. The light is not blinking, so we're going to pick the anchors back up. We might need to approach it at an angle. The door is kind of in the part of the fuselage that starts tapering back. This also could be the wrong door, or I think we have the up and down, don't we? Just keep running into the plane, Trev. It's no big deal. We have the up and down. We haven't used that yet. Okay. So if we... Oh. There it is. That's got to be it right there. Because it kind of goes forward a little bit. Come on. Tell me that's it. Or we could be at the wrong spot, or it could want us to finish fueling first. I don't know. Our fueling should be done now. We're at 7,200. Okay, so we can turn that off, and then we want to stop the flow. I almost pulled the thing out without stopping the flow. That would have been really, really bad. Put our nozzle back in. Shut our flap. Grab our thing. I think it wanted us to complete the fueling before we set up the catering. At least we got the truck here. Let's shut this. We can drive this out of here. I mean, can we just... Not my gate, not my problem. I'm just going to go leave it over here. Somebody's going to have to deal with this at a later date. We can shut the engine off and we're out of there. All right. Fueling is complete. The most dangerous part out here on the apron. Don't you worry about it, Captain. We got it done. She is full of gas. She's ready to go. All right, let's see if once that's done, that's what it was. We were in a good spot. So we can confirm this, and now we should... Ooh. Look at that. The door's extended. The door of the plane opened. We have a little thing that opened up, and we've got guys bringing those terrible meals on board. I've flown a lot. I haven't flown a ton of first class, but I've flown some first class too. You boys splurges on some points and stuff sometimes. Really, the only thing where I was really blown away was when Chelsea and I went to the Maldives. I got a crazy flight deal on Q Suites, and when I'm saying crazy deal, it was like the seats were still like $3,000 a piece, but they're normally like $12,000 a piece or something ridiculous. So I went for it. We were getting engaged. Had to ball out a little bit. That was insane. That was so good. The food was solid, but most of the other flights I've been on, even if you're in first or business class or whatever, it's like, you know, we're eating microwavable meals up here. It's a little bit rough. I've always heard Emirates is really good too, so I definitely want to check them out. Are we already done? That's done. Disconnect and move away from the airplane. All right, so I want to disconnect from the outside so I can see. Dude, that is sick. We can lower this. We can lift our anchor points, and then we can back away. And again, not my gate, not my problem. I'm just going to leave it over here, and somebody's going to have to deal with this later. If your boy's the only one working at the airport, I'm not going to go out of my way to be kind to the other employees that don't exist. Okay, so next up, we are going to be going to connect the jetway. We did this at our first episode. It went okay. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. But we're going to see how this goes. So let's enter this bad boy. And this is where things kind of go off the rails a little bit. Okay, I think we want to go forward, but we want to go back. And then we want to turn this piece. Probably want to go inside so we can see a little bit better. We definitely want to go down. We're actually doing pretty good. It's just a little awkward. I actually feel like is that not it? I kind of feel like we nailed that. All right, let's go ahead and connect that bad boy. The little apron is gonna retract over, umbrella, I'm not even sure what to call it. And we should start to see some passengers heading down the jet bridge here onto the aircraft. So we're gonna load 46 passengers today. Then we're going to move the jetway when they're done. We can go load the luggage, though. So the luggage are already in room CO4 inside of the airport. So I think that's going to be over here. We're going to need a luggage cart, though. We're going to want a luggage loader, maybe? Let me see. We do want this, but that's not what we want right now. I think we're going to want something like this guy. Let's fire this up, and then we're going to grab a luggage cart to go collect the luggage. So let's bring him here, set that up. Do we think we're going to need two? I think we can kind of... Can we drag these a little bit? Looking in my mirror, if I wanted the trailer to go left, I would turn the wheel left, right? Yes, but we didn't have enough space. If you put I've said this in previous videos. If you put your hand on the bottom side of the steering wheel. Okay, well, we're still moving. I didn't mean to be moving there. If you put your hand on the bottom side of the steering wheel, and then you look in the mirror, and whatever way you want to go, you go that way with your hand, it works really well. So let's go left again here and see. It's going to take a minute. Oh, these just don't even act normally, though. I've got a life hack here. I'm just going to bring this through. Yep. Just like this. Just like that. And stop her right there. Oh, nope. Dude, she has a ridiculous amount of momentum that she keeps using. We can connect that there. Let's go. All right, so I don't know how many pieces of luggage we're picking up, but we're going to be able to get anything and everything we need. Now, where was it's going to be back in here, back in the center of the airport. So I think it might be those doors right there. Oh my goodness, dude. I just love this game so much. The fact that we're learning about all this, and now when I'm in an airport watching, sitting at the gate waiting for our plane, watching out over the tarmac and seeing all the people scurrying around and stuff, the fact that I'm going to kind of know a little bit of what's going on and what their job entails is pretty cool. Assuming we want to go right here. I feel like you would need a whole class just on the proper etiquette out here on the roadways. I feel like it's not really that obvious as to which way you're supposed to go and not supposed to go. I mean, obviously, like the red lines are a no-no, but here we go. This looks correct. We did do a little bit of a tutorial on this, and this is what I was talking about in the last episode that I thought was so cool. Assuming we want to stick over to the right here. This is where your luggage goes. Like when you check in and you drop off your bag, this is where your checked luggage goes, and this is how it gets to the plane. Dude, look at this. This is insanity. So we're going to go to the right, it looks like. Try to follow. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Oh, ran into it. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. That's a bit of a tight one with two trailers. Maybe we weren't supposed to get two trailers. I'm not sure. We're looking for CO4, I think. Bring her around this way. Let's see. I feel like we really don't know where we're going. Do we see any luggage? Where's C? I'm going to get out. Those don't have anything. Oh, gosh. What if we're in the wrong spot? This is CO4 right here. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna go across and take a right. This angle's a little bit better. We've got a wider berth where we can turn, bring her in here. Looks like we don't have too many pieces of luggage. I don't know if we really needed 2 trailers, but it is what it is. We look a lot cooler that way. Look at this though. Look at how your luggage is gonna be carried on these little things, and it's dropped off on these giant sled. Like, why can't they make picking up your luggage this cool? Like the belt is cool, but it's not as cool as, imagine if you're in a room and you got to see your suitcases go sliding all over the place and stuff. So here we go. We are going to set this up. We have plenty of space, so I don't think we need to be too specific with the way that we do this. Throw that in there. Do we really only have 5 pieces of luggage? Is it going to tell us here if we go to our operations? We've got 6 pieces. Ah, one got caught. Okay. So we can grab this. For real though, I'm kind of happy that my luggage gets a bit of a good time. He gets to slide down this thing. This would be a really fun operation to see when it's actually working. So we're gonna head back over to our gate. We've got the luggage. Gonna have to remove the jet bridge, load the luggage, get the APU and everything fired up, and then I think we're gonna be able to push back, and I'd say we're about halfway there. Dude, this is so cool. Look at that, man. Knowing that there's a big room with giant luggage slides under the airport just makes me so irrationally happy. I'm not exactly sure which way is going to be the fastest, so I'm going to go this way. Again, this seems like such a complicated driving situation. I don't think we can go along the terminal there, so we're going to have to go out into the airport. This is where I would be so stressed, dude. You see those videos of catering trucks and things that end up running into aircraft. I mean, I guess you've got, if you're an employee, you probably don't really have to worry about it. Even if you mess up, there's insurance for that. But like, just imagining running into a multi-hundred-million-dollar plane is absolutely terrifying. Are we allowed to see? This is what I'm talking about. Are we allowed to be in here? I feel like this is a no-no, but I guess it works. This looks right. And there's our bird. We're getting you ready, girl. You're almost there. Killing it. So we're gonna bring this around here. We are gonna have to get a luggage loader, so I don't know. Our guy here might kind of be in the way, to be honest. Ooh, we might have a bit of an issue. Can we disconnect that? We're gonna want to move this. Fire him up. We're gonna have to get the luggage loader in there. I hope our it's gonna be close, but I think we're gonna be okay. We'll just. I don't think we're gonna need this again. Well, we'll probably need it to move the GPU, so I'm just gonna put it in front of the GPU for now. All right, so next up, I guess let's disconnect the jet bridge. The pilots can start on their next, part of prepping the aircraft. They're gonna shut the door. The little thing is gonna come back. I think, is this the only piece that's supposed to touch the aircraft? Does the umbrella thing actually touch it? I'm not sure. I think for the most part, you're not really supposed to touch any of the outside of the fuselage there. All right, so that is back in a good spot. That's another segment complete on our operations. Next up, we want to load the luggage, disconnect the GPU, remove the cones and chocks, check the airplane. Haven't done that. Wait for pushback clearance and then push back. All right, sounds good to me. So we're going to want a luggage loader, which just so happens to be right here. Appreciate the, oh, we had a little thing and a GPU here that we didn't have to drive all the way across the airport. That's all right. Let's got our luggage loader here. Get our little belt up. Get the belt fired up. Gonna want it going the other way. I'm gonna get this set up. Let's go ahead and open up each of these. The front and back cargo holds. Again, you want to load the front first. You never want too much weight in the back because the plane can become imbalanced and you could have a tail strike situation. So we're gonna bring this up here. That looks pretty good to me. And we're gonna load up our luggage. Again, this would usually be handled by a team of people, so the fact that we have to keep jumping in and out and doing all this ourselves is not easy, but it is what it is. So we're gonna put, I guess we should probably put the heavier stuff in front, right? Let's grab all the suitcases and put these in front. I don't know if that's the case, but we're just gonna go for it. 1, 2, and 3. Close these up. And then we're gonna head up top here and see if we can't fit some of this luggage inside the cargo hold. I don't think we got close enough. Hold on, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna set these up, try to set them up nicely, get them all the way back against the wall. It would be really fun if you could handle more luggage in this game. Like if you had a full flight with you had to actually play some Tetris, but it is what it is. I feel like 3 high is a bad idea, so we're just gonna do 2, just like that. All right, front cargo hold is done. Let's back this guy out of here, kind of kind of got myself in a predicament. We're gonna be fine. Just, it's good. It's all good. As long as you don't hit the engine, you're gonna be fine. You hit a cone or two, not a big deal. All right, let's whip this guy around here. And we've got some duffel bags going in the rear cargo hold. A little bit higher than the front one. All right, looks good to me. Bring this guy around. Sorry about the cone. I think this one probably went next to the engine, so we can put that back there. And here we go. Second bit of luggage. Try to get it in the middle there, in between both carts. And here we go. We've got a duffel bag, a duffel bag, and a duffel bag. I'm gonna go ahead and move this tractor around while those are going up into the plane. Hopefully this is a good parking lot. I know we're gonna have to move everything away from the plane to be able to push it back, so hopefully we're far enough away here, and hopefully gate 12 does not have any incoming flights anytime soon. How much time do we have? We got 37 minutes left. I actually feel like we're making really good time here. It appears one of the bags has gone missing. Did it fall? Oh, it fell. All right, that's fine. It would be fun to do multiplayer with this because you could have somebody in here like grabbing stuff and placing it while somebody else is grabbing it off the cart and placing it. Obviously a lot more streamlined there, but all right, we're all good to go. We can shut down the belt, lower it, back this thing away. Gonna throw it over here in our graveyard of airport equipment, and we can shut the bay doors. That is the luggage component of our prep complete. Gonna bring this guy back. I don't know how we would have done this otherwise. Maybe come in from a different angle where this guy wasn't in the way of the luggage. I didn't think about that when we were setting up, but it is what it is. Let's get that thing back connected. Okay, so next objective is gonna be getting the aircraft on its own power onto the APU. So we are going to signal to the flight crew APU. Go ahead and turn that bad boy on. You can hear the whine of it back here. The clicking as it gets started, and we are going to wait for that to start up. Whenever you're in a plane and you hear the whoosh like this, that's the APU starting up. So now you know, if you look out the window, you'll probably see him disconnecting the GPU out here. So as soon as that gets to 100%, we're going to be able to disconnect and get this thing away. We good, Captain? We're good. All right, so we are going to turn it off, turn it to idle, grab this, throw this in here. I think we leave that open because the grounds crew is going to use it later, and then we could just go ahead and shut the power, shut our panel, hop back in this bad boy, and let's get this thing away from the aircraft. We want to make sure everything is clear. Remove all the vehicles, remove all the cones, remove the chocks, and then we're going to go into pushback, which we have done once before. It is not easy, but I do feel like we've got a bit more experience now, so next piece is going to be picking up all the cones. Don't want these sucked up into any engines or anything, so we'll just run around the aircraft and collect these. Looks like we've got a nice set of cones. That's everything. We can throw these over in the bin, I guess. Then we're going to grab our wheel chocks. So we've got one on the front and one on each of the rear. Beautiful. Now is this the checking? Check the airplane's modules, manage all unexpected events. Oh gosh. Is this just like, are we just doing a once over? Hold down LMB. Yep, the nose looks good, Captain. Yeah, the part behind the nose. It looks great. Yep, looks airworthy for sure. I know exactly. This is an engine. Yep, yes sir. You have a left engine. You've also got a left wing. Yep. You're doing great. You've got some fuel tanks on there as well. Okay, yeah, you've got tires. Tires are good. So they just walk around and look the plane over, look for any damage or anything, I guess. You've got a rear tail. You've got a fuselage here. Get our landing gear, get our fuel tanks, get the wing. Just giving the whole thing a once over. I'm just gonna click on all the glowing parts. Oh, you got to get the inside of the wing. Is that everything? I think we got it all. Captain, it appears you have an aircraft, sir. Well done. Let me talk to the flight deck. Walk around. Confirm. Oh yeah, it's that's a plane. We got it. Okay, next up. Push back the plane from stand number 11. Remove all vehicles from around the aircraft, which we've already done. Okay, so we're going to need a pushback vehicle. So we're going to look here for a pushback. Let's go ahead and spawn on that guy. Look at this. This thing was the bane of my existence before. So we know we need this guy, and we know we need this, but we have learned some things. So the first time we use this, we try to connect it to the front to tow it, which was a really bad idea. So what we're going to do here is connect it to the rear so we can drag it over to the plane first, and then we'll move it around later. Can we not? There it is. Connect it. Beautiful. I think another thing that we did wrong was I think we were supposed to jack this up a bit. We were dragging it around a lot in the past, but you can see you can jack these tires down, and then this thing should lift up a little bit on its own. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know how far we need to go for when we get to the plane, but at least we kind of have that going for us. Now, where are we? I think I can't control it while we're in the tablet. We're straight ahead and around the corner. Okay, that's what I thought. Wonder what kind of horsepower these things are rated for. Honestly, just what a cool vehicle this is. Like, it's such a... I love purpose-built machines like that. Like, this thing has one purpose: to push airplanes back. Like, it almost seems kind of silly. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at here, but it's just like this. Somebody designed this giant monstrosity, and its only job is to just push airplanes around. And it does that job really well. So what we're going to do here is pull in front of the plane. We're going to take lessons from previous mistakes. We are going to disconnect that. And since we're... well, we actually probably could have pulled around a little bit to make it easier for us. The problem is it's really hard to turn once the thing is connected, but we're going to be able to figure this out. We got this. We're going to pull this up here, right in the middle. We're going to get close, ran into it. That's perfect. Okay. See, like that looks nice and level since we jacked it up. So we're going to back this up here. We're going to want to start to push this guy around. We're going to want to line it up with the aircraft. We're fine. We're going to be fine. Let's back up. Get her nice and centered. We aren't going to run into anything, are we? We've got mirrors. We're close, but we should be okay. Crank it this way a little bit. All right. Now we're going to bring this in here. Nice and steady. It is always the opposite of what you think you want to do. That looks pretty good. Did we nailed it, baby. That's what I'm talking. We struggled with this thing so much before. The Bison D1000. All right, now we're going to push this thing back, and again, it's always the opposite of what you expect. We're going to try to keep it on this line. Oh. Really, it's slow and steady wins the race, Trev. I don't even think we really need to keep it on this line the entire time. I think we're more going towards the green there. As long as we get the aircraft in the green, we're going to be good to go. Dude, they gave us an hour to do this, and we might get it done in 30 minutes. Your boy is Aircraft Grounds Crew Member of the Year. Look at all these guys out here walking along with us. Who is he talking to? He's got some sort of direct line with the pilot or something. I feel like we're kind of getting a little kittywampus here, Trev. Let's not mess this up. This is the part where if you get off kilter, you get in a lot of trouble if you can't fix it, because it's not easy to maneuver the plane outside of your normal area. Gonna let that right wheel get close. I feel like it's pretty close here, and then we're gonna start turning this bad boy in there. Turn. Turn. I mean, that feels almost freaking perfect, dude. We're a little off center, but that feels really good. Does that count? We good to go? Plane's kind of starting up a little bit. Looks like he's... I'm not sure what he's doing. We have good sounds. I think we need to disconnect this, but I think he does that. It looks like he might do that. I think we're good to go. You want me to remove this thing? You want me to just back out of here? Don't let me hit you, Mr. Supervisor. I think we probably ran the supervisor over right there. He's going to walk back to the plane, and I think we might be good to go. I don't even know what's behind us. We're good. I'm going to bring this back over to our graveyard, and I think that's a job well done. I think we just launched an aircraft. I don't know if that's what they call it, but that's what I'm going to call it. We're going to move this over here, and I think we are good to go. Do we have anything else on our list? Push it back. I think we're good, right? I think we got her done. We're going to let the marshals do the rest of the work, and it should be able to take off. We have completed this challenge with 35 minutes, 30 seconds, .682 left. Does that make sense? I feel like that's more than what we had. I'm not sure. Either way, We got it done, baby. From refueling to loading the luggage to pushing it back, we are officially a grounds crew master. And I'm feeling pretty good. Dude, this game is great. I don't know how many more episodes we're going to do. This might be the last one. I'll see if we get more DLC and stuff. There are more challenges we could potentially do, but I feel like we've covered most of the jobs. Going through the tutorials. Marshall, I was kind of excited for, but it's really not that fun. It's literally just WASD, so you tell them to go right or left. I don't know what I expected. Maybe we need like a VR game where you can actually wave your arms, but you pretty much just turn the plane. It's a little awkward because it's delayed. The pilot's input is obviously delayed. They have to slowly turn the wheel and stuff, but your idea is to try to get the wheel on this line and get the airplane fully centered, which we did an okay job here. Not the best, not the worst. You also got to tell them to stop well before they're supposed to stop because, again, they roll forward. So, and apart from that, I mean, chocks and cones, GPU, passenger stairs, catering, shuttle bus we haven't done, but that's just driving a bus. We've done everything else in this game. So this will probably be the last episode for now. I don't know. We'll see. I think one of the fun parts of this game would be playing multiplayer, and I don't know anybody else that plays it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much to AirportSim for the outfit and stuff. This was honestly a total blast, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.